first to 15. Relatively standard for a lot of Puyo sets, especially at a mid to top level.
Yep.
And let's check out the chaining styles. So
neither of these are quite GTRs. So. Oh, but that's a left-handed. That's a right-handed trigger.
Very big sucker punch from the 3-chain. Wilted was not able to respond in time. Had what would have been, I believe, a 5 or 6 chain, but just did not get to yellows.
Anameru playing aggressively here.
But still, very, very good to note. I think, just given the current circumstances, I think this might be the first GTR, which was 1 of 4 between the 2 players of both games. Wilted seems to be favoring a bit of like sandwich-oriented play, I'd say.
Yeah,
kind of
looks
going
like
on that transition.
Ooh.
Okay.
This chain's looking a little awkward.
Oh, switches to L shape, and the column 3 garbage.
The column, you hate to see the column 3. Now
we get a little bit of a Riona spirit here with the all clear starts. Let's see, are players comfortable sitting on the all clear for an extended period of time, or will we just see it immediately popped? I think both players are...
I think we're leaning towards the latter. I think we're going to be seeing some chain. Yeah.
Oh, very big...
Oh my goodness, that power chain.
Very big harassment.
And Will not able to get the trigger out. Ugh.
Fantastic awareness there, as Will was only prepared to counter the all clear and did not have much of a 2 or 3 chain set up in time. And once again, we see 0 GTRs for the start of our game 3. And Anameru, the power 3. And unfortunately, just a little
Will
shy
didn't have anything.
So Anameru has been getting a lot of mileage off of these 2-3 chain disruptions.
Will doesn't have enough here.
Right,
Anameru playing really aggressively, just doing a lot here.
Yeah, and so in Will's case, I definitely think part of what needs to make... we see the reverse GTR building up that tail to start. And, not really the biggest fan of that garbage. I think the chain still works at the moment. We're waiting on yellows, and then purples are going to be the trigger for this chain.
Yeah.
And I think Wilton just wants to set this off immediately, not going to risk.
Yeah, I'm not taking any risks, not greeding any further. I'm not sure. I don't think Anameru has much of a longer chain.
No,
10 chain. Yeah, no, this isn't going to do any. This isn't going to be enough.
You can see with Wilted building up the tail of that chain first rather than the front end, they were able to make sure that that tail worked out flawlessly. And so all of those extensions perfectly adding up to a 10 chain. And Anameru's ability to build these longer chains consistently may very well be tested against Wilted's current objective if they are building tails and then following up with the front end of the chain. It's a little bit of an interesting stack right now, and I feel like it's scarily high for Willtedpetals, and I think they see that as well. They're just going to release the full chain.
Yep, that's a nice 7. But I think, Anameru might be able to get...
The blues, I think, are going to do it for Anameru. That's going to be enough of a chain.
Yep. And that's going to be too... The counterattacks are always so brutal. Even with a one chain difference.
Yeah, I think if Wilted was able to get to that next double red and make that the link, I think Wilted would have had a 4 or 5 chain, which would have definitely helped keep off a lot of that pressure. But unfortunately for them, the time was...
It was just coming too late. Timing is just...
Oh, all right.
All right, being very aggressive.
Anameru is trying to build up tall, should have access to the chain now. Greens are online as the trigger. And Wilted right now has to be very careful.
And here it comes.
Yeah, this is full chain from Anameru. Wilted has to find something and find it fast.
Yeah, that's a 9 chain right there. And Wilted doesn't find anything. Not quite. Certainly not going to be enough to counteract that moon.
Yeah, definitely a very smart plan on Anameru, knowing that she had about 3 lines to tank, built up those 3 reds vertically to give herself a little bit of a better board to recover from. And as you can see from how that last set paid off, very good decision there. And a very nice tail as well. This, I believe, is going to be an all clear from Anameru. And that is a 7-chain all clear. Wilted is just going to have to let loose everything that they currently
into an
have.
all. Yeah, this is going to be
5 is not going to counter the 7-chain.
Yeah, and not with the additional rock coming from that 1 chain.
All right, so nice couple of quick rounds there from Anameru, making quick work.
Yeah, 6-2. Will a little bit behind, but as we can see, these rounds are very volatile, so there's a chance. There's always a chance of coming back.
All right, Wilson right now, I think working on that reverse GTR setup, and as long as they're able to get a number of blues in column 6, things should be able to work out pretty nicely.
Ooh, that 1 piece of garbage kind of throwing things off a little bit.
What is the play?
Ooh, and looks like Red was trying to be. Looks like Will was trying to get a red for that.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I feel like a lot of the risk of building up that tail very strongly early on, and then kind of like greeting for specific pieces on the right side is you don't really have a lot of places to just start moving around your Puyo, because you kind of have to work on your front end of your tail at that, or front end of your chain at that point.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
There's Will sending off a few 1 chains, just a little bit of nuisance. But Anameru quickly counters it.
There's the 3, and it's not the full chain.
Nice oh, purples are still active, but that's not going to go into anything else. And Anameru now going into the main chain here. Is that an all clear?
It is. That's a 9-chain all clear from Anameru.
Oh my goodness. Anameru with really good finds here.
And I definitely think within between Willtedpetals and Anameru, Anameru has the advantage in terms of building up a little bit of those chains. I think both faster and in general for the longer chains as well. Although since Willtedpetals did have that 10-chain from earlier, I think part of that is a little contingent on Will getting a strong enough sequence to kind of play things off from, as it can be. Yeah, greeting right now needs blues, and 1 more purple should be able to trigger.
1 more purple, it's right there. Puts it off to the side. That's so risky.
Are they trying to extend? The time's up. You got to send something.
Time's up. You got to send it now. Looks like managed to get another purple in time, but
what's the cascade? Oh, there's power 8.
Oh my, the power 9. It's still not going to be enough. Yeah, it seems like the chain cut a little bit there. I don't think that power was definitely not intentional.
Yeah, and so again, 2-9 right now. Anameru is really starting to run away with things, and Wilton needs to be extremely careful about how they continue to play this out, because Anameru has essentially demonstrated that she is more than capable of chaining fast with longer chains. So if Wilted is not able to send anything off immediately and tries to just tank all of that,
column 3 garbage.
And that's 10 there for Anameru. 5 more before she advances into Winners Finals, unless Willtedpetals can put a stop to this. But the recent explosion of GTR, and look at as well, Anameru is placing all of these Puyo extremely well, that they're not splitting on different columns. Okay, never mind, she did it twice. But actually, wait, is this a... Okay, that was scarily close to an all-clear setup for almost no reason at all. This is going to be an insanely massive chain for Anameru if she's able to get that red trigger off.
Yeah.
Debating about whether... Oh my goodness!
Will with a little bit of nuisance. Oh, that... Setting up too close to the sun right now. Needs... Oh my...
Why are we extending?
How is Anameru still in this?
Okay, there's the full chain.
Now that goes off into main chain.
This is definitely going to be more than the 6 chain.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be quite a bit.
That's a power 11?
Will just conceding. Just not able to build anything off of that, apparently. A crown's worth of garbage. Jeez.
Well,
Insane
another thing too as well, like that I find with Willtedpetals' current state of like building these Puyo chains is because they keep building up the tail, and like I do understand they are trying to keep that like transition of the chain a little bit more flexible. The issue is that like once Wilted seems to be done with their main chain, there's not a lot of room to keep playing around with their current board builds. However, after a couple of pokes, this chain is still on the board for Wilted, and that's a power 7.
Ooh, that power 7.
Anameru has nothing. Covered up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Will getting a point after so many rounds given to Anameru.
Yeah, Anameru had almost like that kind of like evil counter build, trying to make sure that she could tank enough garbage and still get the trigger off, but it was unfortunately just one column shy of working out.
Yeah. Look at this.
And right now, this is a fantastic spot. Oh, the green-red works out perfectly for Anameru's current board state.
I'm seeing the yellows working as the trigger
2 most
here.
likely.
And okay, this is gonna go into main chain for Willtedpetals. Oh, and Anameru getting a trigger. Yep, stalling the trigger just in time.
Oh, but
that's gonna cut. That's gonna cut.
That's another round of Wilted, 4-11.
I will say Wilted was stacking pretty high in that column too, and I was a little bit scared for a second.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of early blues. A lot of blues. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's see what these players do with them.
So surprisingly, with all the blues, Anameru did not really opt for using them for the GTR too much.
Yep, here's a little bit of nuisance.
Oh, does that? Oh, it doesn't block off the purples.
It doesn't block off, just need some purples. And looks like that's going to be going into main chain.
I think
Power 5 into 6.
This should be
I think Anameru has... Yeah, Anameru has the room to counter.
Yeah, the 7 fires back, and the 8 is the extra credits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's going to be too much for Will to handle. Really good plays here. Really exciting Puyo stuff.
Let's see. Are we going to see... Okay, so it looks like Anameru, as of recent, is starting to really lean into the GTR, as it has been working extremely well for her this set.
I mean, yeah, it is GTR. It's kind of it is like the old reliable setup for Puyo players.
Oh, unfortunately, the garbage doesn't get cleared out as much as I think Wilted was wishing had happened. It's still going to be in need of 2 yellows.
Okay. Oh, extended the chain with the garbage there. Very nice. Very nice
Not
read.
the full chain. Anameru needs to send something right now. I believe it's enough. It's a power 4.
Yeah, power 4. Ooh, still going to receive some garbage, but it's not the end of the world. This, however, might be
That's a 6 chain from Wilted.
Power 6.
All the
yeah, and
left.
Anameru has nothing in time. Will's down. Will's currently down, but not quite out of this yet. Anameru 3 points away. Will needing to get a staggering 10 wins before Anameru can get 3. It's going to be a bit of a tall order, but it's entirely possible.
I'm a little curious how the tail of that chain for Will is going to work out. We can see a couple of thorns getting sent over from Anameru, especially for players that tend to freestyle chain. Those quick little 1-2 punches can be quite lethal. Power 3 into 4, but Wilted has the board
5.
to counter it.
There's a 6 chain right there. Can Anameru get something in time? Not quite.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a little bit too much garbage there. I think Anameru was going to try and use those reds to dig down through, but
yeah,
I mean,
it's still looking like anybody's game, despite the huge deficit that Will has.
I mean, things were looking very dire for Willtedpetals, but able to get, I think it's been on like a 3-1 or 4-1 run out of the last couple of rounds. Ooh, gambles in on this 5 chain.
And there's a 5 chain all clear.
And that's gonna
that works out.
take a game.
Works
Anameru
out
was
perfectly.
not ready in time.
Will starting to come back, starting to close that gap fast. Ooh,
Double
these
greens as well.
those green pairs are certainly something.
You can see Anameru just clearing those out, figuring out. Well, you know, we'll work around with those a little bit later. One more green for Anameru.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing the
tail.
vision. Little bit of nuisance there, just to
I think,
counteract.
Yeah, I feel like. Okay, we have a weird like pseudo GTR 4 or 5 chain that I think Wilted's gonna try and just launch off.
Yeah. A nice little 4 chain, but I
but
think
that's
Anameru's going into the. That's going into the main, yeah.
I don't know where the
and
Will, and I don't think it exists.
Really? Will just drops it.
Yeah, unfortunately, things
Oh,
were a little bit
that
too
was an
messy
11
on
chain. That would have been a very tall order to counter.
Yeah, and especially because like they were able to get that 4 chain like little mini GTR off, but their chain on column 6 was just not really in a good spot to make things work. So it would have been a Herculean effort to try and recover that stack, and I think Wilton said that chain is far too long for me to contest with. All right, a very interesting stack right now. I think this is full right now from Wilted.
Yeah.
The 3 chain does pop full, but Anameru now has the pressure. She has to build a good enough full chain. In the meantime,
Would have to power 8 into 10. But I mean, I think Anameru still has it. That's a pretty.
I think I see power 9. Is this gonna work? Oh no, it's just 9.
Oh no, it's not.
1 link shy of almost a neutral build, but the
and then there's another power 4 to add more to that. Will's closing that gap. Anameru's still 2 wins away. Can Will get it before Anameru does?
I mean, this was what 3-11 at one point, and it's now within 5.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at Will, and like there are certain times where Anameru is trying to send like nuisance, and Will is able to anticipate it perfectly.
I think Wilton right now, if they pop purples, I think is that main? They might need more greens in column 6. I'm not sure if they have any in Ghost Row. It's not going to be the full chain.
Not quite full chain, but that's.
Oh, but this is from Anameru. This is a big
Anameru's full sending it now. There's an. Oh, I don't think Will's gonna. Is Will gonna get it in time? Oh.
This is some freestyle training. This is not the.
Yeah, this is not quite. This is not quite exactly what he intended, and it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Anameru's going to be sending this to match point.
It was still fantastic working with that chain. There was a lot.
Yeah, no, that was a really good improvisation. Like that was really good improv from Will. Like just trying to find like something before Anameru's full garbage came in.
Like completely skipping 2 or 3 links in your chain and then just like cutting it there and still making it work as intended is an incredible flexibility that is almost unheard of in a lot of Puyo matches. So very impressive to see that out of Wilted.
Yeah, seeing the greens as a trigger. Looks like he's.
Are they going for L? Okay. I think they're going for L shape right here.
It looks like Anameru's going into full chain. Will's got to pull something. Will's got to pull something. Yeah, there we go. Purple's the trick.
Oh no!
Oh, that cuts! No, that cuts! No!
Too many greens.
Too many greens there. I think Will was panicking just a little bit, but
I think part of it was just like Wilton also just needed to get Puyo's down on the matrix. Like just get to your trigger and
yeah. No, there's a lot of. I think there's a lot of